What's up guys, I'm Sean. Today I'm going to talk about the suspension setup in the front of my BMW E90 335i. So I'm going to be changing the 7-inch 350-pound front spring that came with my TC Klein kit for these 450-pound 6-inch Swift springs. So this is how my car sits right now. There's a slight rake, 0.75 inches in the front, which is ideal for handling. And suspension setup is all about personal preference. It depends on the car, your setup, the track, the driver. There's so many different variables. You just have to go out there, set it up based on what people suggest. Go out there in the track, drive it around, see what you like. So right now I feel that my 350-pound spring in the front is a little too soft. That's why I'm upgrading it to a 450-pound Swift springs. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off my aftermarket strut bar using the Torx E14 bit. And then loosen the three remaining strut tower bolts. So the strut tower bolts are 13 millimeters. You don't want to take them off, you just want to loosen them for now. So using this 14 millimeter socket, I just loosen the center of the strut bolts. This thing can move around. Easier access to that inside bolt. Now we're going to lift the car and take a look. So this is a 7-inch 350-pound spring from TC Klein. My 18 by 9.5 Apex Arc 8 ET35, and I'm running 5mm spacer. So it gets pretty close. But by me going from a 7-inch spring to a 6-inch spring, the spring pressure will sit higher, so I'll actually have more clearance. Take off the front wheel. Now using the spanner wrenches, I'm going to lower the spring perch to relieve tension from the top nut. Now we're going to remove the remaining 13mm nuts so the front suspension hangs down. So the top's loose, now I'm going to loosen the sway bar in-link nut. With the sway bar disconnected, I can tip the whole strut assembly out of the car, like so. So this is going to allow me to get access to that top bolt, remove the top bolt, swap out the spring, put everything back together. 19mm swab in strut tool with the 11mm wrench. So instead of taking the whole strut unit out, I was able to loosen the top nut. So now I'm going to pull this cover off, move the top hat off, and then remove the spring. So here are the springs side by side. 7-inch 350-pound TC Klein spring on the left, and the Swift 448 pounds 6-inch spring on the right. Now the new spring, make sure it sits flush bottom. Saw the top hat, nice and flush on the spring, and washer. And the top bolt, put that back on. And this is the Adenna fixed camera plate that will point to the front. Basically put everything back together. So tighten that top nut as snug as you can get it without using an M-Pact or any power tools. There's a lock washer underneath, so that holds it tight. There really isn't a method so you can hold that thing from spinning. Maybe 11mm wrench, possibly, but just try to get as snug as you can. Torque the sway bar in-link to 44 foot-pounds. Going with the 6-inch spring instead of the 7-inch spring. Look how much clearance I have now. Tire's not even close to that. And go with the 6-inch spring. It's not because I want to go any lower. I'm keeping the same height. I just wanted an extra 100 pounds And with a 1-inch shorter spring, I have more wheel tire clearance now. Before you attempt the driver's side, make sure you loosen the headlight xenon leveler with a 10mm socket. Otherwise, when you press down on the suspension, that can break. Now with the core back on the ground, you can torque the wheel bolts to 88 foot-pounds and also torque the top nuts to 25 foot-pounds. Tighten that to 75 foot-pounds and then the end of the strut bar to 25 foot-pounds. So now that everything's torqued, put back together, you want to drive it around a little bit, make sure you get the ride height perfect, and then make sure you get in alignment. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.